Welcome back. I'm Tyler, you're watching Scarfing Scarves, and since I just filmed one of the most stressful videos I've ever made in my life, we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna do something annual that happens in the Lolita community every year, and that's called the Wardrobe Update, or the Wardrobe Tour, where Lolitas show the shit they spent their money on that year. In my case, it's gotten a little out of hand, so I'm not going to show you every piece. There's already a video for that. Cameraman survived it somehow. I don't know if he's going to survive this one.
Yeah, barely.
Oh, Jesus. We're going to ignore that. And instead, we're only going to look at the pieces that I got in the year 2020. You'll notice over here, I have a handy-dandy little notebook with all the pieces written down on it because I don't memorize my pieces per year. I know all their names, but I don't necessarily know like what year I got them in, unless they're like Whimsical Vanilla-chan, but we'll get to that. So I figured we'd start in here today and we'd look at the pieces that I got in 2020, which is almost this entire rack. We'll move to the closet after this. Let's see what we got here. So first out the gate, we have Tiara Rose. And cameraman, some of you were asking me about what I got for Christmas. Cameraman actually got me this dress for Christmas, and he had such a hard time getting it in a box that I heard him cussing from the other room. And when I saw what happened afterwards, what I saw was essentially a mauled box. A box that looked like a bear had burst out of it and bit off his head. So yes, Tiara Rose is a print I've been looking for in this cut for a long time. It comes in 2 cuts. I do not like the other cut because I feel like it looks kind of upside down. It has a giant bow at the top of the bust instead of like right here at the waist. So this is the only cut I would have wanted, and he got me this for Christmas. And I think it's really pretty, and I cannot wait to wear it. Moving right on, because again, more stories than that. That's what Frock Talk's for. I swear Frock Talk is coming back, all right? I had to defuse a bomb just now, okay? So we didn't have time for Frock Talk.
Are you sure you diffused the bomb?
I had to.
I think you might have detonated the bomb.
When the bomb squad comes in and they blow up the thing just to be safe, you know, they detonate it for the safety of the community. That's what I just did. Second one up is called Lovely Poodle, also by Angelic Pretty. This one I got myself. I really got Milky Chan the Fawn vibes off of this. I really like this dress, but it is a weird shade of pink. I feel like it matches this room really well though. Like, look at this dress in this room. Doesn't it kind of like look like it's part of that dusty pink room? Like, there are detail shots of this on Frock Talk.
Are you asking me, or is that a rhetorical?
Yeah, I was asking you.
Yes, it does fit the room.
Yeah, it fits the style, and it's...
So does that mannequin, by the way.
That's right! I just got a mannequin recently, and I love it so much! It looks so good! Look at it! It's got, Wonder Patissier, if I recall correctly. I believe that's Wonder Patissier. No, Sweets Patissier. It's Sweets Patissier by Angelic Pretty. It's an incredibly old dress, very thick fabric, and I think it looks fan-fracking-tastic on that mannequin. And I guess that's kind of like a wardrobe update because I didn't have a mannequin before either.
Yeah.
A patron actually recommended that I get a mannequin for Frock Talk so I can show detail shots that aren't just like flat lays. And it was a good idea. I really like it, and I wouldn't have been bothered by the empty space over there with just the tea tray until I had that Christmas tree. And the moment I took the Christmas tree away, it looked cavernous.
Let's look at the whole setup. Looks pretty good.
We moved my little book, not very aesthetic.
There you go. That look nice.
I got an AP calendar too. Do you see the calendar? You don't have to run over there, but I like it. I haven't had an AP calendar in a long time, and you can only get those if you buy them on the secondhand market, or if you happen to be buying a dress when AP is running one of those promotions. You can't just buy the calendars, which infuriates me to no end, because sometimes I don't want what they're selling. If they're selling a print that's just bedazzled in Jesus, I don't want to spend $300 to get a $5 calendar, okay? So sometimes I can't get the calendars because they're just selling nonsense. What we were doing? Lovely Poodle.
Yeah, there you go.
Lovely Poodle was the second dress I got in 2020. So I like Lovely Poodle. There's already a Frock Talk on it if you want more detail shots of Lovely Poodle. I really like it. I think it's adorable. Let's put it back because we have many more to go. Next up, one that I had to stab a motherfucker to get.
I remember this one.
Ice Cream Parlor. Oh, God.
This is the one with the shower curtain rings.
This is the one with the shower curtain rings. Where were they again? Find the shower curtain rings. That takes me back. I remember filming the unboxing of this
Yeah.
You remember that? I don't know where they are. Hey, point it. Oh, here they are. Here they are. Shower curtain rings. Neon.
Oh, yeah.
They look like shower curtain rings, but they're actually just like neon. This is another one. We did an unboxing of this one if you want more detailed shots of Ice Cream Parlor. This was the only print I've ever completely lost like 2 rounds of. I think there were 6 in total releases of this. If you go AP USA, AP Japan, AP USA again, AP Japan. It's actually the reverse of that order. And then I had no idea there was going to be a 3rd fracking release. That was just bananas. Fucking nanas. And I managed to get it, I think in the AP USA release, the last time they released this. Like, that's how popular this thing was bigger than Gandhi, okay? And I can see why. I fracking love it. I love the fabric. I love the colors. I won't linger on it because, again, there's an unboxing video with all sorts of detail shots and banter. If you want to hear us talk about this dress more, you go to that video. But yes, Ice Cream Parlor. That's also a dress I got in 2020. The hell year that we shall never speak of again after this is over. Next up, Sugar Dream Dome high-waisted JSK. This dress was actually given to me at Christmas too this year by cameraman's grandparents, which have become my grandparents because we've been together for like a decade, so they're my family too. And they got me the high-waisted Sugar Dream Dome that I never would have bought this for myself until recently when Melody Toys changed my mind about high-waisted dresses. And now I'm kind of obsessed with them. There is something kind of dainty and cute about having just a skirt just like bop out of your bust, just like wham. Like there's something kind of cute about that. I kind of dig it now. And it took me actually fitting into a high-waisted cut for me to stop hating them with every fiber of my being. But I'm tall, okay? For Lolita, I have to say this. I'm contractually obligated to say this. I'm 5'8". That may not seem like she-squatch in your mind, but in Lolita, I am the leaning tower of pizza, all right? And yes, I said pizza because I want some fucking pizza. Cameraman was talking about pizza earlier and now wants some.
Yeah, too bad you waited till after midnight.
Don't tell them what time we're doing this. Pretend we're adults. But yes, Sugar Dream Dome, high-waisted JSK, glitter intact, perfect condition, given to me for Christmas by Mr. Cameraman's grandparents and, well, my grandparents. And I really love it. I love everything about it, and I can't wait to wear it in the winter or whenever the frack I want, because Texas doesn't really have really like winter anyway.
Yeah, right now is our winter.
Yeah, right now is our winter. In like
it's 50
January.
degrees.
Yeah, right. 50 degrees is winter in Texas. All right. All you people in like New York and Michigan and shit can shut the fuck up. All right. You melt when it's like 75. You start complaining and whining and moaning. We're sitting up here. It gets to like 110. Heat's coming off the concrete, baking people like a fucking pretzel. We each have our strengths and weaknesses is what I'm trying to say. Shut the fuck up. All right. That was needlessly aggressive. Next up, Kumi's
Could be
sweet
every
ice
single
cream.
video you've ever made.
I
That was
know.
needlessly aggressive.
It's like 12 a.m. and I just filmed one of the most stressful videos in my life, so my brain is Swiss cheese. Kumi's sweet ice cream. It's beautiful. I love it. I honestly, I almost passed on this print because I'm not a baby whore, but then I saw everything. Everything about this is magical. They have peppermints for wheels, little Kumia faces with the little Usakumia ice creams. Don't you want to be at that cart? Don't you want to order from that cart? That cart is selling happiness. I love everything about this. This is amazing. And this was one I actually didn't have to like bloodbath for. I feel like Baby initially took their reservations like they usually do, and then the stock, it just came into regular stock later. So it's like, here's advanced reservations, and then here's when it's going to be in stock. So like, that's when I ordered it. I used a shopping service because I, at the time, did not trust Tensho with anything. Like, DHL for a necklace at the time was like $50. They had not figured out their shit yet. So I was using a shopping service. But yeah, Kumi's Sweet Ice Cream is a print that I regularly mix up with Ice Cream Parlor. And I used to put them right next to each other like a dodo. So yeah, I love this dress. It's beautiful and yellow, and it looks wonderful in this room. So I guess we'll put this back. There's another video with this dress in it, all right? I believe I either did an unboxing or a frock talk or something about this dress. So there's a video. If you want more detailed shots, frock talks and unboxings, that's where you go. Next up is a dress I got me. Well, I got me that dress too, but Melody Toys, a dress I never thought I would own, also by Angelic Pretty. I hated this dress with a fiery, burning obsession.
A lot of your stories about dresses start that way.
I am easily swayed by shiny objects.
Oh,
As
speaking of,
we will go into that shortly. We will explain what I'm wearing in a moment. I swear we will. We're almost to the end. We'll explain to them. Melody Toys was a cut. And Melody Toys has 2 cuts, all right? They have Itty Bitty Titty Committee times 1000 and the normal waist cut for people who don't want to launch their titties into orbit. So, this was the reason I hated this cut, but for some reason, it was kind of like Schadenfreude. I call it Stockholm syndrome. That's the term I've made up for it. It's where you obsess about a cut or a print so much that you eventually come to love it. Like you hate it for so long, but your obsession feeds into love. And that's what happened to me with this dress. I became weirdly obsessed with it, and the moment I put it on my body, it was over. It was curtains for me, because it is the cutest fucking thing ever, and I love everything about these 3 little like bows at the waist. You don't see AP do that a lot. A lot of the times, especially in their modern pieces, like they went from older pieces that have huge bows, like with Tiara Rose that I showed you earlier, to modern pieces that have much smaller bows, which I showed you just now with lovely Poodle and Ice Cream Parlor. They don't really get creative with their cuts these days. It's kind of a very basic look, little bow, then skirt. So I really find stuff like this refreshing with these huge, like, frilly sides and the cute multicolored buttons down the bodice, and then the triple bow across the waistline. I really think it makes this print stand out. It has a lot going for it and a lot going on, but to me, it doesn't read as overcrowded as much as it reads as like a party. It's very festive, and I love that about this dress, and it just feels fun. So big fan of Melody Toys, another dress that I got in 2020. Mr. Cameraman, if you have something to say, please chime in, because I'm running on just...
Oh, that's great, because I'm about to fall asleep, so...
Oh, so you like that I'm rambling on.
She did wake me up to make this video, by the way. I was sound asleep.
Why would you? You volunteered. You told me you would help me film this, and then you fell asleep on your own time. Don't put this on me. It's not like I went, hey, get up. I should have. If you were going to fib about the circumstances of what we're doing just now. Pretending that I just flipped the goddamn couch and told you to get up.
When I volunteered, I thought it was going to be like, 7, maybe 8 o'clock at night.
Do you know who I am? You know me. You knew where this was going.
Hurry up.
Cameraman's bitching aside. The next up is called Baked Sweets Parade, and believe it or not, this is another dress that I hated with a fiery burning
I remember
passion.
when you hated this one.
I did. I absolutely hated it until I saw the special set colorway, which is what you're looking at in blue. This is the only Baked Sweet Parade that doesn't look like baked shit to me. Every other one just looks like Melty Cream Donuts' ugly cousin. All right, you know, I've never seen 2 pretty best friends. Baked Sweets Parade is the uggo. That's what I'm saying. But in the special set colorway in blue, I love the pinks and the sacks and just everything about it. It just makes me want to have donuts, which would probably make me not able to fit into this dress. But it makes me want to eat them regardless. It even says eat me. It's like it's mocking me. You know there's gummy bears on this? Who eats gummy bears with donuts?
Homer Simpson.
Oh. Donuts? Oh no, you didn't hear that. We're taking that out. We're not taking that out. So yeah, Baked Sweets Parade, another dress I got in 2020 that I absolutely hated until I adored it because I found the right colorway, and it's blue. You'll notice I am expanding my blue wardrobe. So yeah, blue. Let's put this back and move on to the next one.
Blue?
Blue! Speaking of which, another dress I got in 2020, which seemed to be a good year for getting dresses apparently. A bad year for keeping your sanity, but a good year for dresses, is Kumi's Twinkle Cosmetics, which is the dress that I'm wearing right now that you are looking at in Saks. I think this print is gorgeous. Like, if you can get in there and just look at a few of the things, like look at the little Kuma. Look at them. They got like a brush.
You know what's funny? Is even without, it says maybe the Star Shine Bright, but even if it didn't, I can tell I've seen enough of your wardrobe over the years, and you've told me enough. I can tell just by looking at it that it's baby.
Yeah,
Like
Baby
they have
has a style.
they have a style.
They
It is
really
different
do.
than AP.
I mean, just looking, and besides the Kumas, which are a dead giveaway, right? I mean, you can just see, like, that's baby. That's definitely AP. AP,
This
baby.
is baby.
There
I
you
can
go.
tell just by looking at it.
You can totally tell at a fracking glance. Oh God, did I not do Toys Museum? I skipped
you
them.
not?
I did not have to go to Toys Museum in a moment. I skipped them because they were in front of Glass Bottle of Tears, which I definitely did not get in 2020. Anyway, Kumi's Twinkle Cosmetics, we're working on the last 2 brain cells and they're arguing with each other right now, is a print by Baby that I got in 2020, and it has really lovely details. I love the combo of the kind of like creamy yellows with sacks. I don't see that a lot, like pretty little soft pops of yellow clouds with like a nice sleepy sax undertone, under hue, whatever you want to call it. I like the combo. I don't see that a lot. So I actually am planning to wear this with an ivory blouse eventually, and I almost did until something came in today that I really, 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 really wanted to match with pink. And this is the Pink Rose on Pink Heart Cake Pop necklace by BBNB. They recently took pre-orders for it. I believe they're closed now, but sometimes they do rerun their pre-orders. And no, this is not a sponsored video. I bought this with my own money. No one gave this to me. However, I am easily swayed by shiny things, so when they gave me a ring that I didn't pay for, I lost my ever-loving mind. I've never owned a BB&B ring, ever, in my life, because usually they're kind of the size of my head, and I want to be able to fit my hand in the purse. So usually I don't wear BB&B rings, but this one is so perfectly sized, and I love it, and it's got a little dangly. Look at that little dangly. Isn't that great? That's fantastic. It looks like I'm punching the camera in the face. Does. But it's beautiful, and it matches like everything about this necklace. It's honestly, the stock photos of it did not do it justice. It is even more gorgeous in person, and I really think it's going to match a frack ton of pieces. Like, it's so well made, and it's so pretty. And I say that about every BB&B piece, but like there's something about their designs that just, they're the AP of jewelry for me. Like, they just make my brain explode. So like I had to wear this with Kumi's Twinkle Cosmetics today because I figured it would be the perfect necklace, and it was, even though it blocks the little BTSSB logo dangly there. But I don't mind. I think it's pretty. I think the cake pop should take precedence because it's a cake pop and that's just like a dangly thingy. Toys Museum. We're moving along. I'm losing steam. I don't know where I am. Toys Museum by Angelic Pretty was a huge fucking letdown. I'm so mad, and I still intend to do a video where I redeem it in some way. Like, there's so many like loose threads and just fucked up nonsense throughout this, and the fact that like it came with like the saddest bow in the world. I don't have it on me, but like it was sewn by like I don't know. I can't think of a thing that isn't going to be fucking offensive to someone who's watching. So it was sewn by a fill in the thing to be offended about here. And honestly, like there were raw edges, threads sticking out. It completely blocked the embroidery, and it just looked sad. It looked like it had just filed for divorce, okay? And here's another one. Look at another fucking sticking out thread. Look at that shit. There's another one. This is sad. Where's the quality control, AP? But that aside, I do intend to fix it, and I have an idea for a cord that I want to do with this dress that I think will really make it look cute and cover up its glaring imperfections. Because other than that, I think it is worth wearing because I love the little like squirrel, little squirrel in his little glass dome. And I think there's a cat on here too. There totally is. There's a weird looking fucking cat outside. Where'd he go? There he is. There's a weird looking cat outside. Look at his fucking face. Look at that shit.
With this one?
Yeah, that's a cat.
Looks like grandma the fucking thing.
Right? You remember that meme? You remember? Pepperidge Farm remembers. But yes, what was this? Toys Museum. Yep, I was kind of upset about Toys Museum because I was really looking forward to it, and then they had serious quality control issues, but I think I can redeem it, so there will be a video coming soon where I coordinated this in a way that makes it worth having spent the money that I fucking spent on, and that's definitely not sunk cost fallacy talking. So, let's put Toys Museum up. That concludes the tour for this particular rack, which is the overflow rack, which as you notice is getting a little bit full. Next up, let's move into the closet, Mr. Cameraman. Do they get theme music?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. All right, again, ignore the bow that looks like it was tied by a drunken stripper. That was Cameraman. First up, which I actually forgot that I got in 2020 because 2020 was such a hell year. I'm just gonna put that down there for now. First up is Whimsical Vanilla-chan, and now we are back in my main wardrobe, as you might have noticed. We are going to do what was the biggest dream dress I've ever had in my history of Lolita fashion, Whimsical Vanilla-chan. This dress, I chased this dress across continents. I chased this dress for over a decade. I spent 10 years looking for this dress unstained, and I never once found it. I don't know what people were doing with them, if they were using them as dish rags, or if they were just like soaking them in the blood of their enemies and then cackling. But finding a Whimsical Vanilla-chan in good condition in the version that has shirring, i.e. the stretchy stuff that allows tall Lolitas such as myself to breathe, was nigh impossible. I could not find a good condition Whimsical Vanilla-chan. So you would think, oh wow, so you finally found one? No, I did not. This came up in fracking Japan, stained to fracking back with the blood of her enemies. I don't know what she did in this thing or who is dead because of it, but there was a trail of carnage left behind this woman for what happened to this dress. You'll notice there are no stains. That's because, like a crazy person, I bought this dress, took the bow completely apart, flipped the fabric inside out, and sewed it onto a fracking safety pin so I could pin it to this fracking thing. Because I did not trust my ability to dart through the several, like the lining and the cotton of this dress without coming out all sorts of fucked. So, I performed dress surgery on this thing to finally obtain my dream dress. And it was one of the happiest moments of my life. And coincidentally, when I bought this dress on a completely different fracking continent, the head bow popped up. Completely different country, but at the same time. And I now own the matching head bow for a dress that I looked for 10 years. This was the great white whale, and I honestly don't know where I go from here, you know? Like, I don't have an overarching dream dress anymore. And the funny thing is, I'm kind of okay with that, because this was fucking stressful. But now that I own it, I'm happy. And now it's just, hey, if it has bunnies on it, I want it. You know? So it's nice. It's nice to live a little less stressed out, a little less intense. Oh, fun fact, since I'm not going to show you every single fracking dress that I owned, because we have lives, and there's already a video for that. Every year from now on, I'm just going to do an update, so you can watch them in order to figure out what I own for some reason. I don't know why you would do that, but you can do that with your time. I'm currently at 85 brand dresses, and that is AP, vast majority, Baby, a smattering, and Metamorphose, I believe, one dress. Alright, what's up next? Let's roll on. Romantic Perfume. Romantic Perfume. This print went on fucking sale. What is wrong with you people? Romantic Perfume is gorgeous. It's like Memorial Cake and Rose Toilette had a baby or some shit. This is amazing. And people complain like, oh, the fabric's kind of shiny and thin. It's called delicate, you heathen. You didn't buy this at a Target. Go back to your jeggings. This is beautiful. It's wonderful. It's even got a little tassel. The strippers among you will appreciate this. I like it. I think it's pretty. And I am now easily amused by a tassel. That's how long it's been since I went to bed. I think this print is fracking gorgeous. It was not given the respect it deserves. Like, look at that. Look at that. Look at that artwork. That's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's got fracking butterflies and perfume and... Romantic Rose is gorgeous. I love the bow. I love the tassels. And this is another print that I got in 2020 that went on sale because some people deserve to be stoned. All right, next up is Doll's Tea Party. Ooh, this one I was so mad about. Doll's Tea Party. All right, this is the Tea Party exclusive cut, and you'll notice I took off the little belt because the belt's really thick, and it's like this thick.
What are those creepy things called again?
They're
those little creepy guys.
They're like Russian dolls?
I think that is it. Yeah,
the Russian dolls. Yeah, it's like a Russian thing, if I recall.
Yeah.
Isn't it a Russian thing?
I believe so.
Only Russians would put some possessed-ass baby in the middle of a teddy bear. That is a very Russian thing to do. Like, oh, you think you found a source of happiness or cuteness? Let me twist that so that you need vodka to deal with it. Like, seriously. But it's beautiful, and I was so mad when this actually released, because what you're looking at is the Tea Party exclusive color. I obviously did not attend the Tea Party because it was in fracking Japan, and we live in Texas. So, while I was yee into the haw about this nonsense, I had to keep scraping the internet waiting for a Japanese Lolita to sell this Tea Party exclusive color, because it was the only color that I wanted. I didn't want it in black or ivory or pink or whatever. It was a weird orangey pink, and I didn't want anything to do with it. I know I own lovely Poodle, don't come at me. But I wanted this color. And eventually people stopped selling it for $400 fracking dollars. The price came down, and I think I got it for like $280, which is a good deal considering this thing kept selling for $400 USD. So that is the tale you didn't need to know about Doll's Tea Party. And I took the belt off of it because the belt is like this fracking thick, and where's the titty supposed to go? Like, do I need to build the titty a step stool so it can just be like, just go up a little peg? No, not. So I just took the belt off. I don't need the belt. I have other things I can tie on it that aren't like 5 inches thick. All right. So let's put this up. Doll's Tea Party. Love Doll's Tea Party. And again, I get asked this every time I do a wardrobe video, like what's the organizational strategy? Why are dresses where they are? And I'll say again, it's an Easter egg thing. It's wherever I think a dress looks best. And as I've said before, every time I get a new dress, a crazy dance takes place where I try and figure out where is the perfect home for that dress so it looks like a collection of Easter eggs. That's the strategy, because I know some of you are going to ask. All right, next up. Marine Kingdom. Really? I got Marine Kingdom in 2020. I forgot about that. I'm glad I made a list. All right, where are you? There you are. Marine Kingdom by Angelic Pretty. Also, honestly, if it's in my closet, there's a good chance it's Angelic Pretty. There's only like a 2% chance it's Baby, and there's a 1% chance it's Meta. So if I pick it up, it's probably by AP. Marine Kingdom is fracking gorgeous. It is another example of a dress where AP actually put some thought into the design, not just like tube, bow, and then skirt. Marine Kingdom has a lovely bodice, and just like, oh god, look at that, like corset lacing and the pretty bow right under the bust, and then the ruching of this like, what would you call that, chiffon? I'm not a fabric person. I don't know. I just wear dresses. No thoughts. Just AP. So like, but I love the double bow, and then this bow right here is so pretty. They've got bows on the shoulders, gorgeous corseting, and then this cute little thing that I don't see AP do, this little side thing, that's actually on a safety pin. You can move it wherever you want. So you can have it in the center, you can put it up here, you can do whatever you want with that. There's some customization options. It's got the partial shirring on the back, and I like that they reinforced the corset lacing on the back, so you don't have to worry about like ripping out little loops of lace. Like, I don't know why AP even does that to us. All right, put this back. All right. After a certain amount in the limited space, they fight when you want to put them back. So every like put back is a battle. What's up next? Next up is the Wizard of Oz, My Precious Things JSK by Baby the Stars Shine Bright. That's this right here. We have done either a frock talk or an unboxing of this.
It was a frock talk.
A frock talk of this.
So this is when we started our state roasting tradition. We started talking about Nebraska.
I miss doing that. We should definitely pick a state that isn't like dying thoroughly at the moment. We should pick one that's doing well. So we'll have to think about it.
I don't think that such a state exists.
Yeah.
We're all doing pretty bad.
We didn't come prepared for this one. This is a wardrobe update, not a frock talk. But yes, The Wizard of Oz, My Precious Things JSK, we did an extensive frog talk on this. There's so many details, so we're not going to even try and get to them. Go watch the video. It is a beautiful print. It looks amazing on, and it's something you don't see too often from the brands. I really like these like really bright colors. I like how they have these bright greens and pops of red on the blue gingham. Really fracking cute, and it looks like Dorothy's dress, as Mr. Cameraman pointed out. She wore a blue gingham dress, didn't have a whole print at the bottom, but she wore this part, so close enough. We're not going for, what, was that a Disney movie? Is Wizard of Oz?
No, MGM, I believe.
We're not going for MGM accuracy here at Last Week Lolita News or whatever the fuck you're watching right now.
I could be wrong about that, though.
Watch a ton of people are like, actually.
Yeah, right.
That'll be fun to watch. So yes, BTSSB, no, yes, The Wizard of Oz, My Precious Things JSK. Love it, very cute, let's put it the fuck back. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Next up, Mr. Cameraman got me this for my birthday. British Bear in green. It's green.
It's green!
I was waiting for it. How many people will get that reference? Chime in the comments. I'm not showing you anything. We'll see if you get it. Alright? But yes, British Bear in green. I've said this before. There's a whole video of me unboxing this on my birthday. I was looking for this print forever. It never showed up for less than like $400 fracking dollars when I was looking for it. And not really forever. I was actually looking for this print recently, but I became obsessed with it, so it felt like forever, okay? I completely missed the hype train on this, because this was re-released over and over and over, and because it was not pastel pink and covered in buddies, I was just like, fuck it, I don't care. So I missed the hype train, and by the time I thought, oh, this will be an amazing Christmas print that I can hide in my corner of shame until December, the only ones left were $400. And I was like, I'm not willing to spend $400 on something I'm going to stick in the corner of my closet that I will wear once or twice a year. So I looked, and there was nothing. And I looked, and there was still nothing. And eventually, like, I just started complaining to Cameraman. I'm like, they're all $400. I want one, but I don't want to pay $400. He's like, yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? He's like, eh. Best poker face I've ever seen in my life. Infuriatingly so. I'm like, yeah, maybe you'll find it. Maybe it'll come up. And then my birthday shows up, and out pops this dress out of a box. And I have never seen Cameraman look more pleased with himself in his life. Like a cat that got the cream. But yes, British Bear, gorgeous dress, but I have to, for obvious reasons, hide it in the corner of shame until December. It does not match anything in here. Your eye would go right to it, and not in a good way. It sits back here with classic fairy tales. Another dress I believe I have discussed at length. So we're going to put you back in your little corner. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's say you do better. All right. Let's go to our next dress, which I actually know which the next one is, because Cameraman also got me this for my birthday. Heinously spoiled now. How dare you? This is Wrapping Cherry, and this was a dress that I completely slept on because I wasn't really buying like white dresses. I missed the hype on the cherry prints, but I kind of became weirdly obsessed with this dress because it has something that I love more than anything in Lolita, and that is a combo of pink and lavender. And this dress is just covered in pink and lavender. And if you'll notice that my voice is cutting out, that's because I filmed a really awful video, really stressful video for like 2 hours, and I'm losing my voice. So if I sound like I'm gargling pebbles or loose change, that's what's going on. So yes, Wrapping Cherry, which I often makes me think of Wrapping Heart, just because, you know, rapping, has pink and lavender in it, and I absolutely adore it. And when I opened the box on my birthday, I was so fracking touched because I know, to get a little sentimental, it's really fracking sadly common in this community for women to date dirtbags, you know, or AFAB people to date people who are not worth their time and will not be remotely interested in or supportive of their interests in the fashion. And it breaks my fucking heart every time I hear it because I know what a relationship like that is like. My previous relationship was like that. They treated me like a fucking freak, and that that shit leaves a stain on your soul. So when I hear other people sharing their experiences like that, I can't help but feel for them. And at the same time, feel so grateful to have someone like Cameraman in my life who not only like supports my love of Lolita, but is invested enough to get me brand. Like, as much as I threaten to murder him every 5 seconds, secretly off the record, I like him a little. He's okay.
Give me treats.
You get Bubkiss. Thanks for the dress, though. It's great. I like it. So, Wrapping Cherry, given to me by Cameraman on my birthday. And I will treasure it forever, just like every other dress he's given me. Not too many. I bought most of my wardrobe, okay? At least 94% of my wardrobe was bought by me. I'm not living on your brand supplements, so don't even start with your janky math. All right? So we'll put this back up, and we'll scan our list and see if there's anything else that needs to be done. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's everything. So in total, for 2020, the hell year that we shall pretend never fucking happened because it was awful, I got a total of 16 dresses.
Jesus.
To help me cope. That's just a little over one dress a month, okay? It's not like I was like, I want this one and that one and this one and that one and this one and that one and carry the bags. 16, okay? That's a little over one a month, okay? A little bit. It's not that bad. And I'm running out of room. So let's continue and finish this back in the fracking room. Now that we're done with this, I'm just gonna set this down because I have some words.
Oh, crap.
Sorry, I'll edit it out.
Yeah, it's more fun to try to avoid it.
You're gonna make them stare at a wall, just like
There's a mirror there, and I'm avoiding my reflection. That's what I was doing.
Here, turn this way. Turn. Close that. There. Now there's no mirror. You should be safe.
Woohoo!
Now, with that exclamation, we're back out here. As I was saying, I'm kind of running out of
I can't
room.
believe you didn't comment on me giving you the raspberry.
I like to pretend that I don't hear things these days. It's just easier. Otherwise, I have to address it, and it becomes a problem. As I was saying earlier, and before we wrap this video, I am kind of running into a space issue. You might have guessed that by the state of my closet. And I've come up with the brilliant or crazy idea, depending on your opinion, to buy another rack of this. The Cameraman also got me for my birthday. He bought me this clothing rack, and I bought another one just like it, and I've measured it out, and there is space for 2 of these things to sit right next to each other. So I'm gonna have just a wall auxiliary rack, and when I run out of space there, I'm gonna put a fracking bar right under our ceiling to hang more dresses above these dresses. And that, I've done the math, should last me at least a decade at my current buying speed, presuming AP doesn't blast us with bunny prints. That's the math I'm doing right now, and it's just chaos math. So we're hoping it's gonna work out. Watch me fill this thing up in like 2 years. But it'll be fine, so long as I can keep moving it off. Eventually, maybe I'll cannibalize the studio, and I'll have to be tucking petticoats out of frame. It'll be fine. Masako has a room for her brand. That's normal, right? I'm fine. I'm fine. I'd like to take one more look at the mannequin, which again was a patron's idea. I absolutely adore this thing. Again, it's Sweet Patissier OP by AP. Old piece, thick fabric, really gorgeous, and I feel like it complements the room really fracking well. And overall, I am heckin' thrilled. Isn't that pretty?
It is pretty.
I guess, with that said, we can like finish this thing. That was the wardrobe update, because again, we're not filming every single dress. We already did a video like that. Watch that one if you want.
It's a couple of videos.
Yeah, yes, there's a couple of videos. But there's one where I go through every single piece,
That's true.
So you don't have to go through the old one that's kind of out of focus. And I only haven't deleted that one because it has some nice stories in it if you want to hear some of the like backstories of the pieces, or you just have too much time on your hands. So that one's nice, but combine the every dress I own closet tour with this update and you'll know every dress I own up to this point in 2021. January something or other. Time is still meaningless to me until COVID is over. But I guess, yeah, welcome to 2021. This has been a documentation of how I coped through 2020. Through, like, what do you call that? Retail therapy?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I can't say how therapeutic it was, but it was occasionally nice to, you know, approximate joy in the form of a frilly dress before going back to being gaslit by a Cheeto man.
Yeah, it was a band-aid on cancer is what it was.
Yeah.
But hey, we the chemo worked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the cancer is gone.
Yep.
At least that particular cancer.
Yep. And while things are going to be imperfect going forward, because again, Biden was not our first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth choice, I do still think we should take a moment and just allow ourselves to be happy that we managed to swerve away from fascism by the skin of our fucking teeth.
Mm-hmm.
These bitches, they invaded the goddamn Capitol, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We came close. So all I'm saying is give yourselves a break for at least a couple seconds. Breathe in the fact that we are not going to be gaslit every 5 seconds from now on. And just allow yourself a teensy little morsel of happiness and hope for 2021 with vaccines on the way and a man who is not a petulant toddler stuffed in an overly long suit and tie in the White House. Anyway, on that bright note, I think we should wrap this because we very easily could continue harping on this as two very self-satisfied leftists at the moment.
Well, you know what? This is 4 fucking years of agony.
Of gaslighting.
And actually, it's really 5, because it started when his fucking campaign started. The moment he came down that goddamn escalator.
Yes, when you said campaign. I thought you said first day of his presidency for a second. I was like, no, the campaign was worse.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't worse, but it was the start to worse.
But yeah, like this is 5 years of just agony dealing with that slime ball.
Embarrassment on the global stage, constant gaslighting, constantly having to like bounce ideas off of each other just to confirm that we're not insane, that everything is not normal.
And we live in Texas, so we're surrounded by these fuckers in like
as far as the eye can see.
Yeah. It's been an experience, that's all I can say.
But it's over now. There's a lot of work yet to do, but at least we're not going
that
to
particular chapter is over.
Now comes the struggle to get Biden to do anything at all. And to stop pretending he can work with the people that wouldn't even acknowledge that he was president.
Yeah, I know. That's why he was in my top 5, but it is what it is.
To me, it's like a cat thinking they can open a bank account. If they don't recognize you as a person, i.e. they don't recognize you as president, they will not work with you and you will not get an account. You can meow at the receptionist all you want. You will not be given an account. I think we can end on that.
I think we should.
This has been Tyler. You've been watching Scarfing Scarves. I'm not exactly sure what you just saw, but it was a thing. I'd like to thank my patrons for their amazing patience while I was making one of the most stressful videos of my life. Obviously not this. This is the result of that video. This is what happens when I make a video like that. And should you like to join their number, you can head over to patreon.com/lastweeklolita news for more content I don't recommend anyone see ever for any reason. And I think, thanks again, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Also, I got a mannequin.
Woo, mannequin.
Woo, mannequin.
And woo, Donald Trump not being president ever.
Woo, the Cheeto Man. Ding dong, the bitch is dead. Real quick, I just want to say, and this is obviously filmed after the fact, I have since gotten another rack because I was running out of room on the first rack, so I got another rack, and now there's more. But you know, that'll be for another video. I just wanted you guys to know that the wall is now being dominated by another rack, and I intend to put one up on the ceiling, so that's a thing.